Okay, so let's talk about a dish that on the surface seems so simple, so humble, but it has this magnetic pull that's just impossible to resist. We're talking about sesame paste noodles. It's not flashy, but oh man, the second you smell that nutty, incredible aroma, you just know you're in for a treat.
I mean, that quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It really is like the ultimate comfort food. It's that culinary soulmate that gets you hooked from the very first scent. It's actually a love story that's been going on for thousands of years. And today, we're going to unpack the whole thing. So where does this amazing story even begin? Well, believe it or not, the real hero of our story isn't the noodle, it's the sesame seed itself. And to understand it, we've got to jump in our time machine and trace its wild journey from being a foreign seed all the way into our bowls. Okay, so picture this. It's around 200 BCE, and this diplomat, Zhongqian, brings these little seeds back to China. Now, during the Han Dynasty, people quickly figured out they had a ton of oil. And their first thought? Awesome, lamp fuel. It took until the Song Dynasty for some genius chefs to have a light bulb moment, pun intended, and create an early version of sesame paste. They realized it was way, way better to eat than to burn.
I mean, talk about a major career change for the humble sesame seed. It went from being this purely industrial good, literally lighting up people's homes, to becoming a full-blown culinary superstar. And that pivot from a source of light to a source of flavor is the whole reason we're even talking about this dish today.
And you know what happens when something gets this popular, right? Everyone wants to put their own spin on it. Which leads us to what you could call the greatest faction war in the world of noodles. We're talking about some serious regional pride, with each camp having a totally different approach. First up, we've got the purists from Old Beijing. For them, it is all about one thing and one thing only: 100% pure, unadulterated sesame paste. No peanut butter, no messing around. This gives it this incredibly deep, intense, and even slightly bitter fragrance. And their one non-negotiable rule: you have to eat it with raw garlic. Their motto says it all: without garlic, you're only getting half the experience. It's bold, it's intense, it's tradition. Then we head over to Wuhan for our next contender, hot, dry noodles. This is the tough guy of the group. The whole identity of this dish is its texture. It's meant to be dry, the noodles are super firm and chewy, and the sauce is so thick and heavy that it's almost a workout just to mix it all together. And get this, the story goes it was invented totally by accident back in the 30s, but that rugged, hearty personality is exactly what makes it a legend. And rounding out our factions, we have the warm guy from Taiwan. The Taiwanese style is all about creating balance and harmony. So what's their secret weapon? Peanut paste. They blend it into the sesame paste to cut that bitterness, and what you get is a sauce that's just unbelievably smooth, fragrant, and a little bit sweet. And it loves to team up with minced pork sauce, creating what's called dual sauce noodles. It's just super approachable and so satisfying. So just to do a quick side-by-side, you've got Beijing's intense, pure sesame flavor that demands raw garlic. You have Wuhan's super thick, dry and chewy texture. And then you have Taiwan's smooth, sweet, and balanced blend that plays so well with others. Three totally distinct personalities, all born from that one little seed. Okay, so maybe all this talk has you ready to run to the kitchen and make some yourself. But hold on, before you do, there's one critical, almost magical skill you need to master. I like to think of it as alchemy, the art of turning that solid rock of sesame paste into silky liquid gold. Come on, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You get a new jar, you're all excited, you twist it open, and you find a solid brick of paste at the bottom with a puddle of oil on top. Your first instinct might be to just give up, but don't. You can absolutely rescue it. So this secret technique actually has a name: 写酱. It's a professional term for properly thinning out the paste. And trust me, mastering this is the difference between a delicious, creamy, pourable sauce and what I can only call noodle clay art. You know, that clumpy, sticky, unappetizing mess. So here's how you become an alchemist. Step 1, add warm water, but, and this is crucial, just a tiny bit at a time. Be patient with it. Step 2, stir. And you have to stir in one direction only. Now, at first, it's going to look terrible, like it's broken and clumpy. But just trust the process. Keep stirring, and it will magically transform into this gorgeous, smooth sauce. And for a pro-level move, try step 3. Swap out some of that water for sesame oil. The aroma is next level. All right, now that you've got your alchemy skills down, let's put them to good use. Here's a super simple, totally foolproof recipe that is so good, it might just bring a tear to your eye. In a good way, of course. Okay, here's your mission equipment.
Thin wheat noodles are perfect because they really grab onto that sauce. For the sauce itself, we're going with that Taiwanese-style golden ratio, 3-part sesame paste to 1-part peanut paste. Then you've got your warm water to thin it, your flavor boosters like soy sauce and vinegar, and, of course, the wrecking ball, as much fresh garlic as you can handle. And the process itself couldn't be easier. Cook your noodles, but here's a pro tip. Don't drain them completely. That little bit of starchy noodle water is liquid gold. It helps the sauce emulsify and cling to every single strand. Then, while they're still piping hot, pour that beautiful sauce right over the top and mix like you mean it. A little garnish of fresh scallions and cucumber at the end gives it that perfect cooling crunch. Okay, so to finish things off, let's do a little rapid-fire Q&A and tackle some fun facts and burning questions you might have about our favorite noodle dish. First up, this is a classic experience. You've just finished a glorious bowl of noodles, you're feeling happy and satisfied. And then suddenly, you're overwhelmingly thirsty. What's the deal with that? Well, it's just some simple science at play. That sesame paste is packed with oil and protein, which literally absorbs the moisture right out of your mouth. So what's the pro move? Always order a simple, light soup on the side. Something like an egg drop soup is the perfect companion to rehydrate and cleanse the palate. And here we go. This is the question we all secretly want to ask, but we're maybe a little afraid of the answer. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Is this dish fattening?
Okay, look, the honest truth is that while sesame paste has lots of healthy fats, it is pretty calorie dense. But I love the strategy the source material suggests. Practice temporary blindness. Just enjoy every single bite. I mean, you need that energy to go about your day, or maybe to work out later, right? It's all about balance.
So the next time you sit down to a bowl of sesame paste noodles, just take a second to remember what you're really looking at. This isn't just an ordinary bowl of noodles. It's 2,000 years of history. It's the end of a long journey, all mixed together with, yes, a little bit of that sweet, sweet trap of peanut butter. How incredible is that?